Good morning, everyone. First things first, I just want to give a quick update about the commenting and grading that I've been doing over the weekend and the end of last week to just get caught up. I had a little curveball thrown at me for the arts magazine that I advise here on campus. And so I was kind of slow, but I cranked it all out, and now everyone should have updated comments and grades for all levels 1 through 4. So you'll notice that sometimes I'm leaving typed comments and sometimes I'm leaving a voice comment. I really don't want you to miss the voice comments because then I feel like you miss out on the whole of the course and having a faculty member involved in your learning in that way. So if you want to access any and all comments, the easiest way I know to do that is to go to the left-hand menu in Canvas, select our course, so that you get the left-hand menu of our actual course, and click on grades. When you open up the grades page, click on the actual names of the assignments, like level 2, level 3, and then on the right-hand side should pop up a little blue media player. If I typed you a note that says there's a voice comment and you don't see one, reach out. Otherwise, listen, enjoy. Sometimes I am just typing. I'm trying to spread the love a little. So if you get a voice comment on one thing, you might just get a typed comment the next. I'm hoping for Charlotte's Web to give everyone a voice comment because that's going to be deeper work. Okay, one more thing about grading before we talk about Charlotte's Web. So you may notice now that some comments and grades have accumulated, that you're getting little green dots if you complete levels and quests. That's what you want to aim for. If you're wondering, okay, how is this going to turn into a letter grade? We'll kind of have a better update on that more like mid-quarter, but you can always check for yourself. If you just go back to the course syllabus, which is also on the left, and go to the grades section, and it tells you the number of quests and levels you need to complete in order to unlock certain letter grades, and then the number of treasure earned that you would need to influence your grades as well. So treasure appears in the gradebook in the form of a rainbow, and it just says, level completed, treasure acquired. If you're wondering, okay, how do I get there? Well, listen to the comments, and that is one way that I give guidance for how to keep completing Earn Treasure if you're interested. The other thing is I'm often providing a link to the tips for completing levels and quests and acquiring treasure, which you can access at any time throughout the quarter at the top of the modules page itself. So that's my update about grades or comments. And if you have a question, please reach out. If you have a reboot available, that means, or a no attempt, email me about a reboot. That means there's still an opportunity for you to reach out and potentially get some credit. But you have to communicate that with me. Canvas won't let me know if you go in and do that stuff. So please, if you're sitting on a purple or an orange dot that says no attempt or reboot available, act on that. You can still earn credit for that level. You can still complete it. Okay, now Charlotte's Web. You guys have been doing a great job engaging with the course materials thus far, and you should have wrapped up Charlotte's Web last night. So if you haven't done that, try to do that as soon as you can, because the next thing due is going to be replies to others by Tuesday night of this week. So that will formally conclude our Charlotte's Web discussion, which is just such a great foundation for us going forward with the rest of the learning, because Charlotte's Web is mentioned all the time in literature for children textbooks. It's like the go-to example of what children's literature should be doing, could be doing, and how to do it well. And as much as I think like, oh, it's cliche, it's an amazing book, and it's rich for discussion, for literary elements. So I'm looking forward to reviewing everything that you guys had to share in there. Even if it's criticism of Charlotte's Web, that's fine as well. And since Charlotte's Web is classified as fiction, even the genre of fantasy, we are going to break into our next learning outcome, which has to do with genres in general. And so we'll start with fantasy and do a little bit of a deep dive there with level 5 fantasy and other genres. You'll read one chapter about fantasy from Russell's text, and that original post will also include you sort of reviewing what all of the genres are and tentatively ranking which ones you like the most and the least, and answering just a couple of questions. That original post will be due on a Thursday night. So finish Charlotte's Web Tuesday, do the fantasy and other genres original post by Thursday, and then Sunday, all you need to do is write replies for the fantasy and other genres level. So it'll be a lighter reading week, and that will just brace us for next week when we dive into picture books. The last thing I wanted to say is that I forgot my props this morning. On campus, if you're on campus, we are going to be sort of sporadically celebrating Earth Day, Earth Week, Arbor Day, and I was at home thinking about the children's books that I have that are like really lovely for conveying those themes. And just for fun, you can cut the video off now if you want, but just for fun, I was going to share those books, and I don't have them in hand. But if you like the Lorax, you might also like the Lumberjack's Beard and the Cloud Spinner. So check those out. And if you have recommendations for great books for children, from picture books, nursery, all the way to YA, that center on themes of the environment, earth, conservation, nature, I'd love for you guys to, it's not required, but participate by sharing some of those below, just so that we can exchange titles, anything that you think might be worthy of being acknowledged during this week of the year. All right, that's all. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll talk with you soon.